And when the year was expired, in the time when kings go forth to battle, David sent Joab and his servants with him, and all Israel, who destroyed the children of Ammon, and besieged Rabbah. But David remained in Jerusalem. And when it was evening tide, David arose out of his bed, and walked upon the roof of the king's palace. And from the roof he saw a woman washing herself, and the woman was very beautiful to look upon. And David sent and inquired what woman it was. And one said, Is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, wife to Uriah the Hittite? Then David sent messengers, and took her away, and she came unto him, and he lay with her. For she was purified from her uncleanness, and she returned unto her house. And the woman conceived. Therefore she sent and told David, and said, I am with child. Then David sent to Joab, saying, Send me Uriah the Hittite. And Joab sent Uriah to David. And when Uriah came unto him, David demanded him how Joab did, and how the people fared, and how the war prospered. Afterward David said to Uriah, Go down to thine house, and wash thy feet. So Uriah departed out of the king's palace, and the king sent a present after him. But Uriah slept at the door of the king's palace, with all the servants of his lord, and went not down to his house. Then they told David, saying, Uriah went not down to his house. And David said unto Uriah, Comest thou not from thy journey? Why didst thou not go down to thine house? Then Uriah answered David, The ark of Israel and Judah dwell in tents, and my lord Joab and the servants of my lord abide in the open fields. Shall I then go into mine house to eat and drink, and lie with my wife? By thy life and by the life of thy soul, I will not do this thing. Then David said unto Uriah, Tarry yet this day, and tomorrow I will find thee away. I will send thee away. So Uriah abode in Jerusalem that day and the morrow. Then David called him, and he did eat and drink before him, and he made him drunken. And at even he went out to lie on his couch with the servants of his lord, but went not down to his house. And on the morrow David wrote a letter to Joab, and sent it by the hand of Uriah. And he wrote thus in the letter, Put ye Uriah in the forefront of the strength of the battle, and recule ye back from him, that he may be smitten and die. So when Joab besieged the city, he assigned Uriah unto a place where he knew that strong men were. And the men of the city came out and fought with Joab, and there fell of the people of the servants of David, and Uriah the Hittite also died. Then Joab sent and told David all the things concerning the war, and he charged the messenger, saying, When thou hast made an end of telling the matters of the war unto the king, and if the king's anger arise, so that he say unto thee, Wherefore approached ye unto the city to fight? Knew ye not that they would hurl from the wall? Who smote Abimelech, son of Jerubbesheth? Did not a woman cast a piece of millstone upon him from the wall, and he died in Thebez? Why went ye nigh to the wall? Then say thou, Thy servant Uriah the Hittite is also dead. So the messenger went, and came and showed David all that Joab had sent him for. And the messenger said unto David, Certainly the men prevailed against us, and came out unto us into the field. But we pursued them unto the entering of the gate. But the shooters shot from the wall against thy servants. And some of the king's servants be dead, and thy servant Uriah the Hittite is also dead. Then David said unto the messenger, thus shalt thou say unto Joab, Let not this thing trouble thee, for the sword devoureth one as well as another. Make thy battle more strong against the city, and destroy it, and encourage thou him. And when the wife of Uriah heard that her husband Uriah was dead, she mourned for her husband. So when the mourning was past, David sent and took her into his house, and she became his wife, and bare him a son. But the thing that David had done displeased the Lord. Then the Lord sent Nathan unto David, who came to him, and said unto him, There were 2 men in one city, the one rich and the other poor. The rich man had exceeding many sheep and oxen, but the poor man had none at all, save one little sheep, which he had bought and nourished up, and it grew up with him, and with his children also, and did eat of his own morsels, and drank of his own cup, and slept in his bosom, and was unto him as his daughter. Now there came a stranger unto the rich man, who refused to take of his own sheep, and of his own oxen, to dress for the stranger that was come unto him, but took the poor man's sheep, and dressed it for the man that was come to him. Then David was exceeding wroth with the man, and said to Nathan, As the Lord liveth, the man that hath done this thing shall surely die, and he shall restore the lamb fourfold, because he did this thing, and had no pity thereof. Then Nathan said to David, Thou art the man. Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, I anointed thee king over Israel, and delivered thee out of the hand of Saul. And I gave thee thy Lord's house, and thy Lord's wives into thy bosom, and gave thee the house of Israel, and of Judah, and would moreover, if that had been too little, had given thee such and such things. Wherefore hast thou despised the commandment of the Lord, to do evil in his sight? Thou hast killed Uriah the Hittite with the sword, and hast taken his wife to be thy wife, and hast slain him with the sword of the children of Ammon. Now therefore the sword shall never depart from thine house, because thou hast despised me, and taken the wife of Uriah the Hittite to be thy wife. Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will raise up evil against thee out of thine own house, and will take thy wives before thine eyes, and give them unto thy neighbor, and he shall lie with thy wives in the sight of the sun. For thou didst it secretly, but I will do this thing before all Israel, and before the sun. Then David said unto Nathan, I have sinned against the Lord. And Nathan said unto David, The Lord also hath put away thy sin, thou shalt not die. Howbeit, because of this deed, thou hast caused the enemies of the Lord to blaspheme. The child that is born unto thee shall surely die. So Nathan departed unto his house, and the Lord struck the child that Uriah's wife bare unto David, and it was sick. David therefore besought God for the child, and fasted, and went in, and lay all night upon the earth. Then the elders of the house arose, and came unto him, and to cause him to rise from the ground, but he would not, neither did he eat meat with them. So on the 7th day the child died, and the servants of David feared to tell him that the child was dead. For they said, Behold, while the child was alive, we spake unto him, and he would not hearken unto our voice. How then shall we say unto him, The child is dead, to vex him more? But when David saw that his servants whispered, David perceived that the child was dead. Therefore David said unto his servants, Is the child dead? And they said, He is dead. Then David arose from the earth, and washed and anointed himself, and changed his apparel, and came into the house of the Lord, and worshipped, and afterward came to his own house, and he should set bread before him, and he did eat. Then said his servants unto him, What thing is this that thou hast done? Thou didst fast and weep for the child while it was alive, but when the child was dead, thou didst rise up and eat meat. And he said, While the child was yet alive, I fasted and wept. For I said, Who can tell whether God will have mercy on me, that the child may live? But now, being dead, wherefore should I now fast? Can I bring him again any more? I shall go to him, but he shall not return to me. And David comforted Bathsheba his wife, and went in unto her, and lay with her. And she bare him a son, and he called his name Solomon. Also the Lord loved him. Therefore the Lord had sent by Nathan the prophet. Therefore he called his name Jedediah, because the Lord loved him. When Joab fought against Rabbah of the children of Ammon, and took that city of the kingdom. Therefore Joab sent messengers to David, saying, I have fought against Rabbah, and have taken the city of waters. Now therefore gather the rest of the people together, and besiege the city, that thou mayest take it, lest the victory be attributed to me. So David gathered all the people together, and went against Rabbah, and besieged it, and took it. And he took their king's crown from his head, which weighed a talent of gold, with precious stones, and it was set on David's head, and he brought away the spoil of the city in exceeding great abundance. He carried away the people that was therein, and put them under saws, and under iron harrows, and under axes of iron, and cast them into the tile kiln. Even thus did he with all the cities of the